welcome to today's Dashcam Diary of a Disabled. I'm here with Stormy in the back, and we're headed back home from chilling with the gaming homie down south in Corvallis area-ish. And yeah, I gotta get home and get my kayak loaded to the top of the car because I'm gonna haul it to my friend tomorrow down in the Kenzie River area. I'm so excited to see her. I haven't seen her since college, so it'll be nice to get out with Stormy, and I'll have to pack her coat, you know, because maybe we'll just go on a short little stroll and check out the area, you know, hang out for a little bit, you know, enjoy the Sunday day. And I have to turn around and just go right back. Like today's visit, my friend my friends have a wedding to go to, and only got to hang out for like, I don't know, an hour maybe, which is longer than what was supposed to, but it is what it is. They gotta do what they gotta do. They had prior obligations, and my friend feels like they owe me because I hooked them up last time I hung out with them, and so I came down here and he hooked me up with some medicine. So yeah, we like to game together. I like to go camping with his wife and their kid, and I game with him. That's a perfect combination couple of friends of mine. He doesn't like the outdoor stuff, but her and I are so much in common. We love outdoor stuff together. And then me and her husband have our gaming in common, so him and I game and hang out that way all the time. And yeah, I've known both of them since high school for about 30 plus years. I got to see some other people from like 30 plus years ago at the Cherry Pop and Daddy's concert with them. I think last Friday or the Friday before, I don't know. Time just is a blur for me. Time management is out the window with my ADHD. Time management, what is that? I'm always late. I've actually been early to my last couple of doctor appointments because I have somehow been not sleeping in very late. Like, for some reason my body wants to get up at like 6:37 in the morning, and I just start my day around then, and I'm okay with that, you know. I want to listen to my body, and if that's what it wants to do, that's what it wants to do. And a lot of my doctor appointments, like my chiros, are 8 o'clock in the morning, so I have to leave by 7:30 on those days. So it can just your body just kind of falls into a rhythm of its own. Whether or not I fall asleep at the same time, then that's another story. I've been having a lot more late nights lately, and last night was no exception. I was up really late. I was up until almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I really strained my voice last night too, because I talked for so long with my friend in Vegas. Just getting excited to see her soon. Getting excited to leave for Vegas in 16 days. I'm counting down the days. 16 days. I have so much to do in 16 days. I just ordered my tail lights for the FJ now. I need to just get a hold of the mechanic in town and find out if he will install them for me. If he has somebody that does electrical in his shop, that would be freaking awesome. I was able to finance those. I really am going in so much freaking debt, like credit card debt stuff right now, finance stuff. I swear I was never going to do this kind of debt again, and I had it all paid off, and I was actually living for once. But I've racked up some debt in the last year or so. The vet bill in particular. I mean, I gotta take care of my dog. I gotta take care of myself, and it's just a lot of medical copays. It's a lot of gas, and a lot of driving, a lot of appointments, and a lot of wear and tear on my vehicle. I'm talking about financing the car next year, but have my trailer and this FJ paid off. But I also need new headlights. Like, I need so many things. I actually like took the time. I went through Amazon and like found all the parts that are busted or missing in my FJ because throughout the years of use, I don't know where one of the rubber cup holder things went to. I don't know where it fell out, and it's been missing for years. My little footrest thing down here has like busted pegs off, so it doesn't stay in the right place. I would love to replace that. I'd love to have a little bit more storage in the fuse panel area. There's actually a little latch thing that comes out, and it's like a change thing, or a little extra storage. I'm like, that would be great to have a little extra storage, because I have not really any storage at all in the FJ. I have like this center console, and then like a little bit deep of pockets over here, but I only got like 2 cup holders, and you know, I've got to have a whole thing of tissues in my freaking car at all times. I just, allergies blowing my nose or getting too much phlegm at times. I do my all-time yearly allergies because I'm allergic to life and everything out here in Oregon. I'm sensitive. I'm just overly sensitive. That's how I'm going to call it. Overly sensitive. That's all it is. My body overreacts and is very over the top about everything. So it does kind of invade my personality at times. Being a little dramatic and over the top. That's just me. It is who I am. Everything is the end of the world too. I'm rewiring my brain so I don't catastrophize as much anymore. I get any kind of like ruminating thought, processes or anything. I've gone through a lot of therapy, a lot of therapeutic classes, cognitive behavior therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT, whatever. And now I'm doing the binaural sound meditation, breathing therapy exercises. And I'm also doing it in different positions, like in kind of like an advanced class. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to be like, I'm part of the advanced binaural sound thing, because I'm trying to train my body and brain to get the connection of no matter what position it's in. That deep breathing can trigger the relaxation almost instantly if it's done on repetition, and it's kind of genius. You really are working out your brain and retraining your brain, and your brain is malleable. It's like a muscle. You can train it and do and work it out and make it bigger. It's amazing. It's amazing what you can do when you put your mind to things and think outside the box. I'm helping my body with EBS, trying to gain core stability while laying on a heated foam roller, while I'm doing this breathing meditation exercise, and I'm adjusting my body in different positions, so that way I can train it. Like in the position of me sitting, I'm actually in a sitting position, laying on my foam roller with my feet in the air, and this, like I'm sitting in a chair, and my back is on the ground. I can do the same thing against the wall, but I have gravity pushing me down on this really higher impact on my joints that I don't have. I've started doing a little bit of traction work with my chiropractor, just to get like kind of stretch out my spine and take a little bit of pressure off those bulges off my spine for just like 1 second. It really feels good. It really does feel good. Elongating the neck and getting that stretch. Like just getting him to stretch and hold me in a position, I will adjust. He doesn't have to do anything. He just needs to put his hands in the appropriate spot while I breathe. And that's how I adjust myself at the chiropractor. He doesn't do any thrusting. that sounds so sexual. I was queen of sexual innuendos my entire teenage baby years. I've kind of gotten away from that, I'm trying to be more professional, and but yeah, that stuff's gonna slip all the time. That's what she said. I can't even, that's what she said myself. I can't. sorry, not sorry. I did a great, that's what she said, inside a Facebook Messenger group. Somebody was in the middle of a conversation describing something. I can't even remember I don't even know what the original thing they were describing is now, because I took the conversation so off topic, but that's what she said. And I definitely got the kudos from the moderator in the chat. They're like, good timing. I was just like, because I meant to say it with the first one descriptor sentence. It worked with the 2 sentences, but somebody sent a message that I was actually saying that's what she said too. But it just so happened that next descriptor sentence was even better than the first one for that's what she said. So, my gosh, it was a really good confidence boost this week, being a sheet poster in a messenger group of a lot of people, a lot of strangers. I'm starting to enjoy some of these messenger groups. I'm mostly involved in my gaming, like real life friend one, have all the right batteries. I am just now replacing my smoke detector battery in my trailer, and I also need to charge up my trailer and see how much battery life I can get in it before the trip as well. I just hate plugging into my parents' house. I have to run the cord a long ways, and but there's too many things in electronics in our house, and there's not enough. Like, I've been harassing my dad forever. Like, he needs to rewire some of the wiring in the house, or have some electrician do it. Whatever it's going to take, because we need to stop tripping the freaking circuit, because there's too much plugged in. We have like a freezer, a fridge, and like all these other power tools, and all these other things that are like all on one circuit. I don't know why there's so many things on one circuit. Like, there's so many bedrooms attached to one, and on the same one that are attached in the garage. So it's like, and my dad also has a mini fridge out in the garage. I'm like, there's so many things. And then the main bathroom, I can't use the blow dryer because it trips the circuit almost every time. I have to go unplug one thing in the garage. And we can't have like a fan or a heater going at the same time in the garage. I was using anything plugged in the bathroom. It's just ridiculous how many things are on our circuits. Like, technology, I don't know when this house was built. I could probably ask and figure that out, but jeebus. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I pay my parents rent, because I do use a lot of electricity too. I always am doing some kind of gaming or uploading or using the internet, and I contribute with groceries and paper products and cleaners and as much energy as I can on weekends to do my chores. And I usually do my laundry on weekends. I usually do the floors, vacuum the floors. I even vacuumed my parents' bedroom floor today because I was feeling extra generous and energetic with the strains I smoked. I was like, woo, I'm getting stuff done. And I was just so busy. My mind was so busy with just getting like 5 or 6 things done right before I leave down to Corvallis area to go get some stuff done. I gotta get work done before I play. No work, no play. I gotta get some work done. And the best time for me to get anything accomplished is first thing in the morning, because my arthritis pain. And then since I have something still out on the right side of my body, blocking up the right side, and I really just think it's my poor body mechanics. It's my poor spinal cord just under so much stress all the time. I can't lay down all day long. I have to be sitting. And that sitting is what's the problem. I can't twist my body and turn my body at all. Like, I really should just be in like a full body brace so I don't. But then my muscles will atrophy, and then I won't have any muscle tone. Like, that's also why I can't be bracing all the time. There's a fine line between bracing and like regular people, and then also somebody with some kind of eye issues, connective tissue issues, and loose and lax ligaments that are not helping us, and so our muscles are working overtime, and so their muscles are fatigued, and then I have chronic fatigue syndrome because of it. But then my body can't also function and move around to help digest the food after I eat food, because it takes so much energy for my body to just digest food. Especially the longer I take my pain medication. My gastroparesis results were I don't have it anymore because I didn't take any of my pain medication that day. So everything worked fine. And my body goes back and forth between gastroparesis and fine. It's I've known this for years. better. Not unless I got some stem cells from another country, the embryonic type. Those are the only things that would really help regenerate and help repair some of my degenerative stuff. It would really help for having prolotherapy too. Prolotherapy is all out of pocket. That would really help get my body to target certain areas to try and tighten things up. But it's still considered experimental or research or whatever. Just like it took forever for chiropractors to ever get covered. And even then, they're not covered that often and very much for them either. I don't know why I ended up having some kind of copay at this chiropractor. I was supposedly covered. But I wasn't. And then I ended up having to pay $75 and I'm really ticked off about it. I shouldn't be paying $75 for a copay. It says they were out of network when I got billed. I'm like, get out of my way, like AA says. I ain't moving for sheet. They're moving. Thank you. That comment really cracked me up. It seriously did. I enjoyed that. I really did laugh. I heard it to my dad too. I'm like, listen to this guy. He laughed with me. So, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks again. So what I have on my agenda now, I get home, get my dad's help, but he just had back surgery, so he ain't really lifting anything. I just need to help, like, throw the rope over and straps, and get all the straps and stuff. It's gonna be fun. Not pulling anything out of my back when I go put that mother trucker up on my FJ. I have a system down though. I can do it. It's just a pain in the butt to set it in those freaking kayak holder that came with my trailer, because I got my trailer with the extra amenities of the tent on top of the trailer and a kayak rack, so I could have a kayak and haul a kayak on top of my trailer, along with still have my trailer tent. So I have like multi-use, and I also have a bike rack where I can still use there was a bike rack I could use and haul my bike with my trailer at the same time. It was like a trunk bike rack of sorts. Anyways, I don't know what happened to that thing. Although I can't haul my bike and the trailer at the same time unless I just put my bike inside the trailer, which I'll do. I'll just have to put a tarp down on top of my bed and haul my bike that way. Although I don't know where I'm going to lock it up because I'll be sleeping inside my trailer. I'm going to have to like lay down the seats of my car and like throw it inside my vehicle, because I ain't leaving my bike out to be stolen at camp. I'm also locating a lock. One of the things I want to buy is a burner phone, because of the phone theft. They're like organized crime, EDC. And not the other many music festivals in the United States. They fly in from other countries. They got the money. They're thieves. They're organized crime. They come to these festivals and they steal phones. They do it in seconds, and they do it, and you just don't even realize it. And it's just seconds. It only takes them seconds, because it's like a 3 or 4 person team. You know, one or two people distract or hold the person there, while the other person steals it from you and then tosses it to somebody else before they even realize what's going on. See, real talk, man. Like, this stuff happens. I think I talked about it in my other video even. Like, I don't want to risk that, so I'm gonna go get myself a burner phone, so I can still take video and pictures and stuff. I don't mind having a second number of sorts. make sure that I'm not losing something of high value like my awesome Android phone. I'm not going to do that. That thing is going to be locked away and not even touched hardly at all. But everything of my stuff is going to be locked up at all times. I'm not going to leave anything really as much as I can in visual sight. I gotta do what I gotta do. I don't know how. I've never been to a festival camp before. I don't know how things go, but I want to make sure. Just like I'm camping in a campground, around other people. Don't trust no one. And also, be your enemy's best friend. So you gotta know what you're up against. You gotta think like a crook and think like a thief. And if you want something, you're gonna go after it. You're gonna do whatever it takes to get it. That's what I've always said. Even with information, like hackers and stuff, I'm like, if they want it, they're gonna get it. And you have no control over it whatsoever. I worked in the intelligence field. Anything is possible. That's all I gotta say. I'm not trying to fuel any extra conspiracies or anything like that, but yeah, anything is possible. It's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of perspective. My perspective is anything's possible, so I'm not ready at any time for anything. I also gotta know and keep up. I've been on Reddit. I need to be in the Discord because I could definitely get more real live information and ask any questions and people real life be there chatting about it. I've just been on Reddit and stuff just because I know about the phone theft thing. Like I spent a few hours reading about that. I never thought I'd be a Reddit nerd. Thanks, neighbor Craig in Washington. He was a Reddit nerd. Now I am. And it's only because the stupid things are annoying and I somehow signed up for it at some point in the app. And now I get notifications all the stupid time. But at least it's EDC stuff and it is stuff that does pique my interest. So I only subscribe. I only really pay attention to certain subs. Also, let me say a shout out to another one of my commenters that never really says much, but they do respond in comments. DK, Diane, thank you for your donation I got from you. I never did. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you earlier. I feel how rude of me. I am verbally and announcing thank you so much, DK, for really helping me out when I really needed my copay medication. You hooked it up, and I was able to get my medication because of you, so thank you. I will at some point get out of this financial hole that I'm in. It's easy to do, it's easy to get into, though, at the same time. I contemplated going the back way, but I also contemplated going all the way through Seattle, but I do need to try and save gas as much as possible, so thank goodness I got $40 cash from my friend down in Corvallis so I can get some gas. I feel like the world's biggest mooch right now. So I'm such a big gifter, but it's so hard for me to ask for help. It's so hard for me to ask for help, and I don't want it to ever be easy to ask for help either. I'm a hustler. I want to hustle. I want to make my own way. But I understand that I'm just trying the best that I can with my finances under all the unexpected purchases I've had to make. And I do also want to be very prepared for anything. I need to get a new first aid kit. I got to make sure I got everything I need in case I need any of that. I got to take my first aid. I got to take all my stupid medical supplies. I got to get out my trade our Sunstone mining trip, I mean, it was like desert dust. I had like brown boogers for I don't know how long after we left. Everything was just coated. And then the last time that I went camping after that was at the Oregon coast, and then that was kind of moist. Moist. For those people that love that word, moist. It's just very foggy and more humid and very more salty air over there on the coast. I need to finish getting the mildew off the FJ still. There's still some mildew around the doorway. I really don't want that to be eaten away. I still got to finish the roof, so that's another thing I need. I'm doing my verbal list here on this video. I need to get some cleaning white vinegar. I'm not sure I can get it from Walmart. I don't know. I'm gonna look online to see where I can pick it up. It's been a while since I bought any cleaning vinegar. I know I can use any vinegar, but I don't want to waste all the good apple cider vinegar we got because I use that for canning. So I don't really want to just waste it all over my vehicle on my freaking trailer. But now my trailer's got some mildew starting up on the side of it, so I need to start cleaning the fiberglass of my trailer as well. I don't think I'm going to get all that detail done before I leave because of my energy levels. I'm disabled, man. Look how long it's been to take to try and detail this freaking FJ. I started over a month ago, and I'm only still basically half done with it. And now I've got more dirt in it since I've been using it and driving. I still need to do the driver's side detail, like the dash area. Yeah. I have so much to do still. There's a lot of cleaning, a lot of scrubbing, but trying to use as least amount of elbow grease as possible because repetitive motions and sitting in one position for too long really F's me up. But that's also why I'm trying to work on my muscle tone and my balance and just like more isometric type exercises during my breathing exercise meditation stuff. I know it's almost like counterproductive where I'm like working out my muscles, like it feels like I'm working them out and straining them because I'm using gravity as the force and I'm keeping my position with my arm in a certain position while I deep breathe and slowly let my muscles like relax as they're tense. If that makes any sense? Like I'm getting them to relax at will, basically. I'm training myself to relax them no matter what tense position they're in. And usually my tense position is while I'm driving. So it only makes sense to me to mock the sitting position that I'm in my vehicle while I lay with gravity coming at me. Because I need to start to build up the muscles in the front part of my body to compensate for the back being jacked up and not being able to be in the proper position in the back because of the bulges, because of the spine issues. I want to walk on my tiptoes, which is another indicator about tethered spinal cord. My body like just feels better trying to like pull itself forward away from the spine where the pain is, because it's trying to get away from that, but it can't get away from that, and all it can do is tense up and get tighter and go into spasm to try and hold it any kind of stability into place, even if it's in the wrong place. And that's what it does all the time, as it goes out and stays in that wrong place, and then spasms even worse than it does before it goes out. And I can't relax my muscles, because if I relax those muscles too much though, then everything just kind of falls apart unless I have my chiropractor's hands in the right spot. But this is also me trying to learn how I can adjust myself without my chiropractor's hands. But I don't know how to do it without somebody else's hands. Now, if I had a caretaker, I like fighting the VA right now about my Chiari, so I need to do one thing at a time. Also, I need to do that before I leave for my trip. I really need to write that out. So, what I think, the advice I got from my primary care doctor about talking to the pain management doctor on Monday, he gave me some advice. He told me I should be able to give my medical history in a matter of 30 seconds. Like, I need to write these ideas down, and I need to basically, I'm like, well, what do I say? He's like, I can't tell you any of that. You have to just, that's your homework over the weekend. As I'm writing out my medical history in bullet form, which I am expert at bullet form from military. So once he said that, it really helped me reorganize my thoughts instead of freaking out, anxiety of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? Because he's like, you need to be precise. He was trying to drill this into my head. Like, he was really prepping me. Like, at my appointment on Friday, my primary doctor was. Like, he's my therapist at the same time. I see him every week. And he offered to be my therapist. You know, and I told him I just need to have you keep me accountable, just like my channel, you guys. This keeps me accountable by saying this stuff. Follow what I preach. But what I've learned is, because I started telling him about the pain survey, and then I brought him, about the binaural sound, and he's like, that's really intriguing. It's nice that I can have these little side off-topic chats while we still talk business at my doctor appointments with my primary, because I see him so regularly. So sometimes I have a lot in that 15 minutes to talk to him about, and sometimes I have barely anything. But that's good, because no matter what, whether it's a heavy or a short load appointment, I'm being accountable, and I'm staying, I'm keeping on task, which is hard to do with ADHD, but staying focused, because I need to stay focused on these 20 different tasks that I need to do before I leave on my vacation. I have 3 busy days this week of appointments, and so I only have 2 days during this week. So that kind of stresses me out thinking about this, because there's not much time to really be trying to detail and work on my car in the rain. Because Oregon weather sucks, which is also making it very difficult to pack for my trip to Vegas for all my non-EDC outfits, because I need to have clothes to sleep in. I need to have clothes to potentially go mining in. I was just going through my pile of stuff in the garage that I took out of my trailer, and I'm like, oh, there's my mining stuff. Here's my rock hounding gear. I'm actually getting my Atlas tonight. Between 5 and 10 p.m. it's getting delivered from Amazon for Nevada, and I'm planning my route tonight. I am so excited. I'm so excited to estimate how much gas I'm going to need, the mileage, the places I want to stop and camp along the way, how much time to allow myself to drive between this destination and that, allowing for lots of stops. I need to also meal plan. I need to write up a grocery list. I need to have a lot of non-perishables that are safe foods for me. I'm not going to have any electricity at all during EDC during the 4 days. So any kind of perishable foods are going to go bad. I do have my cooler that's a freezer, and I have not tested it yet, but it's so big and heavy, I can't even really move the damn thing. And if I bring it with me, it's going to be stuck in the back of my FJ, and it doesn't even fit in there very good. It doesn't really fit. I just don't have a great cooler option for my trailer. I did, but now the newer version of the cooler doesn't work. It doesn't fit where it's supposed to fit in my slide out for my outdoor kitchen. It doesn't fit. So I do have some complaints about my trailer and the repairs that I've had and the amount of time it sat at the shop not getting any parts because it was during COVID and they couldn't get anything to fix my trailer or get getting anything done under warranty or anything, and it was just ridiculous. We could not get the parts in for my trailer during COVID for years, and so I haven't always had what I was told when I bought my trailer. I would have this cooler, and it does run off of an app on my phone. I can change the temperature of my cooler at any time, but it really does not stay cold. I had to run my vehicle. I can plug it in the back of my FJ because I actually have a plug-in, and that's where I also plug in my toaster. But I also have battery life on my trailer, so I actually need to charge that up. That's why I need to plug in my parents' house so I can get those batteries charged. But also I need to turn that on, switch on while I drive, so it charges my batteries as I drive. I really just gotta test my batteries to make sure they're still good too. I have 2-car batteries of power for my trailer. It doesn't last for very long. At least I get lights in my trailer. Those work. Batteries are charged. I've tried to look. I did try using a solar panel thing at one point, a plug and play one, and I don't know if it wasn't big enough, and I don't know. It didn't do the job that I needed it to do. So I have some more purchasing in the future for my trailer, but I want to get new parts in the FJ first. I'm getting my 2 new tail lights. I just financed them. Like I said it earlier in this video. This is a long video. I'm almost home too. I got 7 miles. So yeah. Enjoying my caffeine. This is really going to dehydrate the F out of me today. My face is already in a flare. I'm all inflamed today. It's super round. And yeah, I think it's from the lack of sleep. I didn't get enough REM sleep. So my body decided to inflame and not heal all the way last night. This is a disabled life. Alright, so I also went through and found some headlights that I want to get from my FJ. As much as I'd love to finance those 2 right now, oh gosh, because I got pre-qualified. I don't know, that's something I got to think about. Because if I can get the mechanic to install the taillights, I think I will finance the headlights. And if they can get delivered at the same time, I'm going to have the mechanic install all of them and make it worth my time and paying for somebody to do it. My uncle helped me install my taillights last time, and it just never really sat in there right. My aftermarket taillight, it just didn't sit. It kind of sits kind of wonky, and I wonder why. It could be why there has been shorts and things for my electrical at times. I don't know. I've had a weird electrical problem since my 2nd or 3rd rear end accident in this FJ. They messed up the electrical system. Like ever since I had the camera and backup camera installed, the one that they replaced it with is a piece of crap. And I guess the wiring that they did for it was all jacked up, because when I had my most recent stereo system deck installed with my GPS and stuff, I updated every like 5 or 6 years so it can work with the new cell phone technology. Older decks and stuff just tend to not work all the way with newer phones. So as technology gets better, things will get better for that. My phone charger sucks in the FJ. Like I don't use anything for my cigarette lighter, but I may start now because there's I think way faster cords, and with having my phone dead all day yesterday because I was trying to download 2 stupid videos to YouTube at the same time, and it just drained my battery like that, just like that. It was just dead, and I went all the way across town before I got 1% on my battery just to turn my phone on. That was freaking ridiculous. It was ridiculous. So that's something I need to also be aware of. I mean, I know it sucks up so much data to upload and process my videos out and about. I should always just do it when I get home, but dang it, I get so lazy and I run out of energy so fast. It's like all of a sudden I'm like, usually right after I eat food. Because like I said, my body just can't function and digest at the same time. It's too much. It's too fatigued. It's too fatigued from being in a spasm and tense, just trying to sit upright with bulges on my spine causing pain, so I want to lean forward at all times, and that just pulls everything out of place. All the vertebrae like to twist and turn, and then they just stay stuck and cause more pain. Press against nerves at times. I get like neuropathy, like sharp pins and needles, like all of a sudden, like random parts of my body. Like sometimes like a pin needle like right in the top of the chest boob. I get them in my toes, so the arch of my foot. It's usually just one zing, like just one zing. And it's like, oh, well, that nerve just misfired for some reason. That's awesome. That's definitely some fibro shoot. That's some fibro sheet stuff. Yeah. And like I said, I'm trying my best not to curse. So I replaced words with sheet. And, I don't like the algorithm to tag me on, stuff that's inappropriate for their guidelines or whatever. That's a long list of guidelines too, by the way. It's hard to remember all of them. Repetition is key. I guess all I can do is read them over and over again until I memorize them, but that sounds pretty boring. They get boring fast. Hey, that's maybe how I could go to sleep at night. I could start doing that. I might be able to fall asleep fast. I like to fall asleep with the TV on. But usually when it's like Netflix or something, it usually turns off at some point. Which is good. It saves electricity on my parents too, so it's good in that aspect. Same with my PlayStation turning off at some point on its own. But you get power surges every once in a while and lose our electricity for a second. Then it's like we have to reset everything. Make sure you have your surge protectors, people. I try to. But yeah, I gotta go through all my camp gear and see what is going to be necessary for camping for the festival, what will be allowed for festival cooking. I would love to check my propane level, but I don't know how to check it without taking it off. And I don't know how to unscrew it from the mount of the trailer tongue. I think it's tongue. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. So we're coming up on a video, almost an hour-long video here. I've gone over so many topics. I don't even know what to title this one. Like everything under the sun. But it's not even the sun because it's not sunny today. It's like cloudy. Going under the speed limit too. But we're coming into town. I just, I like to be safe. The weather, is raining off and on. I like to be safe. Unlike other people that like to rear end me and stuff. Jeez, it's not like I slam on my brakes. I'm like usually just sitting there minding my own business, and boom, it's actually better when you don't see it coming, because your body can actually go boom and like react and respond. Because when you see it coming, it's your body's automatic sympathetic nervous system that goes into high gear and releases adrenaline and cortisol and all this other stuff all at once in your body, where it tenses you all up, like fight or flight response in an instant. It's just like when you see it coming. But when you don't see it coming, and another reason why alcoholics or drunks in drunk accidents usually don't end up hurt, because everything else is more relaxed, and it's a central nervous system depressant, so they're not fully conscious when they do make that fatal like swerve, or they eye open or close, trying to drive like this, or just having no coordination whatsoever. But thank goodness I was never a drinker and driver. I always had somebody designated, and if I did end up having too much to drink, my parents always allowed me to call them at like 2 something in the morning after closing down the bar with my friends, and when I came home on leave or after I got out of the Navy. Yep, partying. I'm sorry I drank too much. She might be a little stern and upset that she's waiting up half the night, worried whether I can go to call or not. I always called. My parents always had that open door policy, especially when I was of age, I was in the Navy as an adult and stuff. All my friends were adults, but, just piss poor planning. I ended up drinking too much. I was always a lightweight. But good times were always had. I was always in trouble in high school, though, or in school, pretty much my entire life. Behavioral issues, the ADHD, undiagnosed in my entire life. Until I was an adult and went to college and figured that out. Why is it always college we figure that out? Oh, because they always base all the stuff off of boys and not girls. Girls mask and blend in better than boys. It's called mirroring. You just mirror and do what everybody else does. I was always a follower until I started getting creative as a teenager. But I've always been a terrible liar, so I always decided honesty was the best policy after butting heads with my mom like my entire life. Nature versus nurture. I got more nature of family, generational trauma. I love life though. I'm glad that I was born. I'm glad that I'm glad I'm alive. I'm glad to keep smiling. I'm happy to be sharing stories with y'all that as much of generational trauma aside, my parents have been supportive in many other different ways, and they've always done the best that they can with the tools that they've had. I do not blame them for their own coping mechanisms that they've learned through their own generational trauma. They just get to the point where it's like things are what they are, and grumpy old people. It's harder for them to change their ways because they're not flexible and they don't keep trying to. This is what happens when you don't try to keep training your brain and working it out. It's malleable. You can change your ways. You can rewire yourself. It's up to you. It's up to you to change yourself. It's only you that you can change your own feelings. Finish this calf. Only you can prevent forest fires. not just called that. They changed the slogan. It's now, you can prevent wildfires. They went from forest fires to wildfires. Yeah. So anyways, love you all. Keep smiling. Love life. Live life to the fullest. Be yourself. Unapologetically yourself. There's only one you. And you need to cherish your own unique qualities and characteristics about yourself. And celebrate yourself, because life is beautiful and life is short. You never know how much more time we got. So make the best use out of it, and love yourself and love those around you, and keep going. Don't give up on yourself. You're worth it, and you're not alone. So peace out.